Bang.
Question for Rookie. Rookie, a lot of boot game and rollout stuff. It seemed like they did some things that were a little different than maybe what you guys have seen. What makes them, kind of a difficult team to defend?
Yeah, I had to say the sprint outs and stuff, and then when they do the sprint out, they come back with pull game, running game to the boundary. So that was kind of difficult to get us transition from playing so much sprint out every time to getting back to the run. But having that offense that we got air raid, so we didn't use the sprint out, but we used throwing the ball. So just being able to get that run feeling helps.
Rookie, can you kind of assess the defensive performance outside of a couple of drives for them resulted in touchdown? It's a pretty good effort with the Saints.
Yeah, you talking about our defense?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we were like keep them at no points, less yards and stuff, but we just got to get back to the drawing board, work on extra stuff.
Hey guys, let's use the mic now. Sorry, we got it fixed. Thank y'all.
So what was the mood in the on the sideline after you gave up that 97-yard drive? I mean, what did Coach Arnett have to say, Coach Brock have to say when they went down the field and scored?
Just put our foot back on their neck. We underestimated their drive, and they came out with some little thunder on them, so we had to get back in and punish them. So they just wanted us to play how we've been playing the whole game. We relaxed, so we had to get back on the game.
Sean comes up with that interception. I know Colin had one taken back because of penalty. You guys seem to be getting more interceptions this year than you did last year. I guess just how much of a point of emphasis has that been, generating those turnovers and swinging some momentum your way?
We practice it, takeaways and stuff. So just generating turnovers for the offense, getting the ball back, having the momentum swing, it means a lot for the offense. So we're just doing our job to help the offense,
A lot of discussion about pass rush, and you guys have been pretty disruptive. It seemed like today there were a lot of errant throws, and like they tried to run that middle screen a few times, and they always overthrew it. Can you talk a little bit more about when you can't get home, about getting there and kind of forcing the action a little bit?
Pressure. So forcing that pressure on quarterback, it mess up his throws, and we probably don't get home, but I know the quarterback be feeling us when we're there. So we always get pressure, but. You just one step away.
I guess what's kind of the mood like in the locker room after a win like this, and looking ahead, you got two big SEC matchups here again at Davis Wade Stadium coming up.
Just don't relax. Having SEC play come in, well, going back to SEC play, and then you having two big teams come in our home. So we just go 1-0 next week. Thank you.
Robbie?
Caleb, I just want to talk about your progression as a whole since you've been here and you set out that first year, last year, working behind some guys. How far do you feel like you've come as a receiver and a player in the last couple of years?
I feel like I came a long way from me just sitting back behind guys like Makai, just sitting back watching him. And the year before, I was behind Osiris Mitchell, so I had a lot of guys in front of me who doing good at the next level. So I just learned from them and put it to my game.
Take us through the doing the duck celebration. How did that all come to be? Whose idea was it, and how much fun is it to see the entire team do it?
I want to start off by saying I did it first. One of my friends from back home, he gave me the idea because of my last name, so I started doing it. And I never seen Jayden Waller do it, until after. So, yeah, but it's fun when you're celebrating with your teammate. So, yeah.
Caleb, you're leading the team in touchdowns. You're leading the team in receiving yards. How does that kind of feel?
It feel good. We got a lot of good receivers, and we all just helping each other get better every day at practice. So we just put into our game.
Will had 6 touchdowns today. Of course, you caught 2. What did you think of his performance today, spreading the ball around?
He did a nice job spreading the ball around, but we got some things we got to clean up and get ready for next week. We got Texas A&M coming in, so we just got to get back to work and get ready for them.
Caleb, you guys had a lot of scoring drives that were pretty quick, and you guys, Leach said it may be in the best tempo y'all shown since he's been here. What did you think about it?
I think it was pretty fast. The whole week at practice, he been getting on to us about getting on the ball fast, run the play fast, just doing everything fast. So the defense can't keep up. So it look like it's paying off.
Caleb, I know you don't have time to watch the offensive line in action there, but they gave Will a lot of time to play. Do you talk to the blockers when you come back to the sideline after a successful series?
Oh, yes, sir. Like, I talk to them at the every drive, nobody we give up a sack or they doing good, I let them know, like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing and everything will be all right.
So, Caleb, when was the first time you showed your teammates, I guess, the duck waddle? And I know we saw it early on in the season, but was that the first time you'd ever done it? Did you give it to them?
I think the week before our first game against Memphis, I think at practice we were all talking about like the celebration, and I just showed them that, and all of them liked it. So, so I get every touchdown they gonna come join me, and we gonna do it.
I guess to follow up on that, which one of your teammates do you think does their best version when they're celebrating with you?
Ooh, I think Jay Wally. Wally pretty good at it. Oh, yeah. Hey, we've been working.
Caleb, one thing Mike Leach says is he doesn't even think he's seen you play your best ball yet. What do you think we can expect to see for the rest of the season?
I'm just go to practice every day, keep working, keep adding on to my game, just so I can put on the show for the team on Saturday and help the team get win.
How important was it for your guys' confidence after last week's loss to come out really firing and just having really a dominant win this week?
We had to get back after that loss we took. Will was on us all we get practice about. We can't get that feeling no more. So from here on out, we just keep pushing every day at practice. We ain't trying to get that feeling anymore.
Will, sometimes do you ever sit back and think maybe you got the biggest secret in the Southeastern Conference with Caleb Ducking, a guy that's just kind of flown under the radar now? He's like second in the country and passing touchdowns. I mean, how cool is it to have a guy like that have the season he's having?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you said, he kind of flew under the radar and nobody was really talking about him this time last year. But I think it's a prime example of working hard in the offseason and, as much as we throw the ball and things like that, it takes time, honestly. It doesn't really how good of a receiver you were in high school and things like that. It takes time to learn the system and, to catch as many balls as we do.
Same question for you, Will. Obviously, Caleb said y'all put an emphasis on going fast and using more tempo in this game. What do you think about it? Do you think it's something that continues moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm a fan of it personally. I like it when we can really go fast, push the tempo, and, not wait for teams to set up and, come at us and give us their best blitz or whatever. So I think when we're in attack mode like that, I think that's when we're at our best. So, I think it's something that we need to continue to work on and something you could see in the weeks to come.
After that Memphis game, you weren't very happy with how you played, even though you had some big numbers again today. What did you think about your game today and the offense as a whole, especially after last week?
Yeah, I think it's a good game for everybody. I think we bounced back well, obviously, from what we did last week. I think it was key that we come out and start fast and things like that. I still think there's things that we can work on, things like putting the ball out in front, being more accurate, catching the ball, not taking a sack, not get a holding penalty, things that just stall drives like that. So, I think the more that we can really push that and, make that a priority in practice is what I'm trying to say. We need to push that every single day, and, we need to be perfect in everything we do.
I guess how do you, assess the performance of Nick moving over to left tackle and Steven getting some snaps there at left guard for you guys?
I thought they did really well. I mean, I think that's something that we can do because Nick is so athletic and so he's a freak kind of. You don't see too many big guys like him move the way he does, and he got snaps there last year too. So he's a guy that can probably play four positions on the offensive line. So that's always good when you have guys up there that can move around.
I know Mason had said in August that they were focused on having LeSoy mostly get his reps at center in case of Sharp. I guess have you seen a bit of him at left guard in practices since then, or was this kind of the first time you really seen him there?
I think he doesn't get a ton of reps at guard, but like Nick, he's a guy that is an interior guy. He can play center or he can play guard. So it's just kind of wherever we need a body at that time.
Sawyer got to get in and get some snaps today. Was there any kind of conversation between you and him before he went in?
Yeah, we talk a lot, whether I'm in or he's in. We're always talking about ideas and what the defense is showing and what our play call is and things like that. But I just told him, my dad always tells me, see a little, see a lot, see nothing. And what that means is just look at what you're supposed to be looking at. Don't look at the whole defense and what all they're doing because they're going to try and trick you and things like that. So I just told him, just put it in play. Completions are good plays. Sacks and turnovers are bad plays. So go do your thing.
Will, I noticed after one of your touchdown throws in the second half, you didn't run celebrate with the receiver, but Quinston grabbed you and picked you up and was celebrating with you. Is that kind of a commentary on how the offensive line did today, that they just took care of you?
Yeah, no, I thought they did a phenomenal job. I like to celebrate with the receivers, like we were talking about with Duck, but I also like to, celebrate with the big guys in the offensive line, because without them, I wouldn't even be sitting up here and things like that. So I thought they played well, but like every position on our team, we have to keep getting better.
Sawyer's gotten into, I think, 3 of these first 4 games. How valuable is it to get him these reps early on in the season, just going forward?
I think it's extremely valuable. I think my first year, I think I played in 3 games before my first start, maybe, if that's correct. I don't know. But just to get in and get reps, live game reps, where you're actually getting hit and the bullets are actually flying in front of you, I think it's really key. So for him to get in and get some live game experience, you'll see that pay off.
Obviously, with A&M coming up, looking back to last season's game with them, what do you kind of remember from that? Obviously, that was a huge win for you guys in a road environment, and do you expect to see a lot of the same from them coming into this season?
I don't remember a whole lot about it, just the fact that we won. But obviously they're a really good team. They have really, really good players. They obviously recruit pretty good, and I have a lot of respect for Coach Fisher, and then also their defensive coordinator Durkin that was at Ole Miss last year. I think he does some pretty good stuff, and he obviously got after us last year on Thanksgiving a little bit. So I expect to see a lot of the same stuff that they did last year, and like I said, they're a great team, great coaching staff, great players. So we got to be on our A game.
Quick 2 questions, Will. First thing, would you like to respond to Caleb and his overlooking you on the waddle?
That's ridiculous. Throw him 2 touchdowns and he can't even give me a shout out.
Second thing, though, defensively, this team shut down Bowling Green. I think 4 of the first 5 drives was 3 and outs by the defense. How big of a shot in the arm is that offensively when you see your defensive guys playing like that?
No, it's awesome, and it's something that I feed off of, and I think we all feed off of. It doesn't matter if we score or we get a 3 and out or if we turn it over. Whatever it is, I think when a defense gets a 3 and out, it just automatically just shoots us right back up. It doesn't matter what it is, what we just did, but if a defense gets a 3 and out and gets you the ball back quickly, it's a positive feeling on the sideline for everybody.
Through 6 touchdowns today, that's another 6,000 to Make-A-Wish. The Simmons erosion control is racking up a bill.
Yeah.
What's that mean to you to see something like that happen?
It's awesome. I'm obviously not thinking about it out there or anything like that, but it's cool to see that the things that I do on the field go to a better cause, you know. I mean, I was thinking about it last week or whatever, in the middle of the week last week, you know, you only throw one touchdown. And, I mean, it's just crazy, man. We think of a bad day as having a bad day down in Baton Rouge or throwing an interception to end the game or something like that. But, I mean, that right there will put things into perspective for you. So, you know, it's just really cool that I can do something like that.
Yeah, kind of going off those 6 touchdowns, just what really was just going right for you? What were you seeing, and how were you so effective today?
Just guys are getting open. I think we had a pretty good plan coming in, and yeah, I think guys did a great job getting open. Coaches did a great job, and like we said, the offensive line played really well. So yeah, it's kind of a credit to everybody else. I just got to sit back there and throw it.